Hello from the Dales. So we'll take a cheeky couple of days away from the grind of doing nothing much at home. We've already come a little way, but let me turn around and see the famous Ribblehead viaduct over there. And what piqued my interest a few minutes ago, I say a few minutes, I mean God knows how long ago, since we've applied sunscreen and yeah, all of the setting up of camera equipment and such. I wasn't going to vlog for a little while yet, but anyway, here I am. What caught my attention is these leading lines in the landscape down here, and the sun's changed rather a bit now. The clouds are moving relatively fast, although the wind speed's dropped a touch. But you've got 2, 3 leading lines running down to pretty much even dip down there, and then you've got another one running across, kind of meeting them and intersecting them, and then you've got the moor and hillside in the distance. It's a simple shot, but it really grabbed my interest. You can't see me taking it because I've already taken it using the 40-150 telephoto, which is anchored onto my camera at the minute. I do have pretty much all of my camera gear with me, but I didn't bring the heavy Giotto's tripod because well, it's heavy, and the rest of the stuff, despite the fact that it's micro four thirds, the pro lenses are heavy, and there's a couple of those and a couple of Osmo pockets, and let's put it this way, adding a damn great aluminium tripod to it was a mistake. Anyway, here's that shot. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you a little bit further down the way. Do you ever have that problem of looking through the viewfinder and thinking, that looks awesome, and then you get it home and you look at it on a big screen, maybe a day later or so, and you think, why the hell did I shoot that? Well, that happens a lot with my photography, and I find it very demoralising. But, you know, it happened with this one, that's why I'm talking about it. And I looked at it, I think, there's nothing there, is there? I'm talking about it in the video, but there's nothing here. And then I looked at it again, and what we have is layer upon layer upon layer of landscape and indeed sky. And as you look through it, there's about 10 layers in this photo, and that's what drew my attention to it in the first place. It's, you know, a relatively dull vista, but actually when you look at it harder, there's some real depth here. If you like the image, click the like button. Thanks a lot. What's grabbed my attention here is the old signal box up there. I've taken a couple of shots already for it. It's just kind of nice and lone, nice colour palette against the cloudy sky. Wonderful greens and browns of the hillside and the light hitting it. Almost any scene, literally almost any scene you can pick out, particularly with a big lens in these parts, makes a half decent photograph. I'm not saying they're great photos, they're not. Today's going to be a trip of snaps, I'm sure. I've come out with the camera with the intention of taking photos, but it's a day out for me. It's not until you get close to this you realise just how dilapidated it is. It's shocking to see our railway heritage being absolutely ignored by the powers that be. And I've just seen a shot on the other side of it here. Just the dilapidation of it is the interest here, actually. I'm not sure I've got the right lens on for this, but just the way the paint's stripping off and you've got the handrail for the steps there with the moor behind it. That's interesting to me. I don't know whether I can get anything off of it. I'm going to have a play with that. Now then, the question is, what looks better here? Will it look better if I just focus on the dilapidation? Oops, I shot that unexpectedly. Pressed too hard. Too much weight on me. Yeah, I'm going to start pull that in. Yeah, so if we focus just on the dilapidation and throw the more into blur, I think, well, I like that. So if there's one tip I can give anybody, everybody, when you're outdoors taking photos, whether you're in the woods, whether you're on a path like this, whether you're at the seaside, wherever you are walking through the city, I don't care, wherever you are, the photo is probably behind you. Turn around. And that's how I got the view of this, by simply stopping and turning around. The signalman's house, dilapidated, horrible thing as we pass it, much like the signal box that I moaned about on the side there. But the long shot of it, keeping the signal box in the bottom third on the right, got a smidgen of path kicking in. It's probably not the greatest composition. As I said, I'm not out to get the greatest compositions today. I don't expect them. And I'm out more for the walk and, as it turns out, the vlog. But again, it's a nice shot. You know, it's called Blee Moor. Perhaps it should be called Bleak Moor, because that one house there with the Ingleborough ascent in the background to it, it's a really nice shot. Lovely and moody, perfect for a mid-September day. I hope you like it. And don't forget, always turn around. Not a lot of B-roll in this, sorry. Maybe I'll add some. Maybe by the time you see this part, the phrase "not a lot of B-roll" will be meaningless, because there'll be a lot of B-roll. Oh, let's wipe the fingerprints off there. More people coming. Don't like doing this with people around. Let's wait until the people are gone, because it looks like I'm talking to myself and it looks like I'm mad. Hiya. I am, of course, quite barking. But anyway, down here, which you can't see because you're looking at me, so I'll change the view in a second. But down here we've got a number of leading lines which are really being aided by the light. So we've got the wall. To the left of it, we've got the railway line. And it's all basically leading down to the sunlit Dales, and obviously as the light changes, the image changes and the attraction of it changes. It's not quite as moody as it was a few minutes ago. Oh, let me put you down somewhere. That's quite stable. There we go. So this to my mind only works as portrait. I don't know whether I've got the optimum position for this or not. It works well enough for me for the moment. Note that I'm shooting straight into the sun, but massive lens hood on it. It's ribbed, so it really stops the, I think we can see it. Ow, I'm being stung. The inside of the lens hood is ribbed to stop stray light bouncing around as well. That sting is hurting. Ow. Light's changed again. Let's get another one. Quite like it without such a bright light. I hope you like this shot. Note the countryside code there. Always close gates behind you, or indeed behind other people.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got our lines crossed? We're wasting time with stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better.
Well, I saw these steps. I only spotted it really when I got a little lower. I've swapped lens. Wasn't expecting to swap lens today. I was going to keep the 40 to 150 on. Even at 40 it wasn't quite wide enough for this. I think this would probably work best as black and white. I say that of course right now before having converted it to a black and white. Just the way in which we've got some contrast to it, and it's kind of structure and shape that I like. Let's get a shot. Now, doing it portrait, I'm at 30mm, put live view on. So over to the right hand side here we got this stone that sticks out and another one there. They grab the eye too much. I've got to make sure they're not in the shot, which really is meaning that I'm having to come ever so slightly off centre a bit and zoom in more than I'd like to. But oh heck, just watch those. Just leading line up. I'm not sure that this low angle works. I might be better going. The cloud structure has changed now, quite a bit in fact. So we've got blue sky out there, which is not really what I want. Let's not work with the viewfinder for a second. Let's see if we can pick this up on the screen. The problem on the screen is I can't see the stuff on the right that I don't want. Well, I can see it. I can clear the screen off of all the information. Right, I'm at f16. Probably an out of focus step right in the very foreground. I've got blue sky with a cloud cutting straight across it. Oh, now we've got a streaky cloud with blue sky. Slightly more upward. As I'm expecting to turn it into a black and white anyway, it doesn't really matter whether it's blue sky or not. If it's any good, it's coming up now. If it's not, I've recorded this for absolutely nothing. Stop for a breather, stop for picking up messages, would you believe? Oh, fingerprints. Two things. We're interested in a small scene, you can't see my hand. This way, where we've got what I imagine is the ribble cutting through the hillside here, and just a lovely lone tree at the bottom of a dip, and that's very nice. But the cloud base has changed quite a bit, so you can see behind me probably some blue sky, and if I spin, there's far more blue sky here, and it kind of it was difficult because I was catching a bit of blue sky in the shot, or sky in the shot, and it wasn't quite blue. It was just bland and overcast or overblown. It wasn't nice. And the wind's pushing the clouds around a bit, so you can wait for a new scene. But I turned around, as I said earlier, and this scene straight down the valley here was awesome. It's not the same as it was because the light's moving all the time. The clouds are moving and it's casting different shadows and such. But there was this beautiful texture of light down here, which I got, and I swapped the lens back without any B-roll. Sorry, I didn't get any B-roll of me swapping a lens back. I know people like B-roll of cameras being set up on tripods and swapping lenses and getting stuff out of bags and such. This isn't that kind of story this time. Sorry. In actual fact, we kind of got it there, although it's very flat, like not flat cast on here. There's no cloud casting shadows on it. You can see straight down here you've got the grasses and the mosses and such on the hillside, just creating a really lovely rich texture straight down there. There's a line of it. Well, we had that line down here. It's not quite there again now, and obviously, yeah, any other scene's going to be different because of the unique light. But anyway, there's two shots from this one position, and all I've done is just twisted and got a shot there and a shot there. Hope you like them. Here they come. Well, I think whereas the last image was a little bit lost, that tree really had to be searched for. This is something different. I really like this. The depth in this is breathtaking, as indeed was the location. One of my favourites from the day. You've got a lovely view here, and it's just perfect for a pano. Hope you like that. I suppose it's nothing out of this world, but where I'm standing at the minute it feels a bit out of worldly. It was a fabulous day and I'm very happy with some of the shots. If you're enjoying this, please click the like button. Sorry, I've got to put these on, I can't see much without them, it's so bright. Back when we left the motorhome earlier on, and I realised there was no way on this planet I was carting the tripod with me, as well as the rest of the gear. I've got the small carbon fibre travel tripod with me, and I don't regret for one moment buying that. If you haven't already seen it, there's a review of it up on the top of the screen right now. Well, there's a link to a review of it, you know what I mean. It's so bright. A tripod is absolutely unnecessary at this time. I was converted to bring in tripods a while ago, and using them I felt that they helped my photography. They helped me slow down, find the composition and such. And yeah, I stand by that. They do. But I think there are times when you can get away with not using it. So these rocks were the ideal place just to sit down and catch our breath and have a nibble. If you're enjoying this, please click the like button. We've decided to head back down. We didn't reach the summit. It's a bit of a tall order for Nicky. She didn't bloody world to get this far. And that's a fact. So it's now 25 past 4. We've got to pick our way back down to the motorhome and work out what we're going to be doing for the rest of the evening. And it's probably for us another, I don't know, it's at least an hour's walk for us. So we're not going to be back to the motorhome, I suspect, much before 6. Not sure where we're heading or if we're heading. Enjoy the journey back down the trail. So as the last half a mile of the walk back has suddenly got a little bit more challenging for the pair of us as fatigue finally sets in. I say finally. I suppose we walked about 6 miles today, which, believe me, is quite an achievement for me and for Nicky. So our motorhome Harvey, as it's called from its number plate, is visible straight ahead of us. And just coming in to view now is the Ribblehead Viaduct as well, which is a wonderful structure, which you may have heard me say before. I do love the Ribblehead Viaduct. It's been a great day, and we've both enjoyed it. I think both felt the pounds fall off of us. Did you feel the pounds fall off of you? Hopefully. So somewhere way back there's pounds missing. I'm not going back looking for them.
Don't want them.
Well, actually, I suppose if I went back looking for them, I might drop more pounds here. So we stayed here overnight, and the next day headed into Upper Wharfdale. So tune in for that next week. Don't forget the like button, and thank you for watching.